Hello, my Aries and Aries rising friends. Sandra from ForYourTea.com, and this is your monthly outlook with me, the Tarot and the Goddess deck for January 2021. Congratulations on making it to this new year with me. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. I have to keep a cough drop in my mouth because if I don't, I'm going to have a coughing fit from which I probably cannot recover from at any time this morning. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, please do. The subscription automatically enters you into a drawing where I draw a winner for a free email reading from me with the cards of truth once a month. Make sure you are watching the weekly videos because that's where I will announce the winner in one of those videos, and you don't want to miss a weekly, which is why you would hit the notification bell. Now, having said that, and having looked at your spread and seeing what's going on here for you in January, I've said in these past couple of months, life has not been easy for Aries. And unfortunately, the start of the year looks to be the same, although it is exasperated. So what's the good news, Sandra? Tell me some good news. The good news is you didn't pull the worst two cards in the whole deck, but every other card literally looks rough. It just looks like there's extra work for you, or there's some kind of struggle, or there's something that you need to watch out for, which is why I'm doing these videos anyway. And I've decided, since you are the first ones that I'm recording in 2021, I'm going to go ahead and do January's full 12 houses for free here on YouTube for all the 12 signs. Once again, mostly because this eclipse cycle a new cycle has just begun, and we are in the thick of it here at the beginning of January, and everyone's going to need help navigating these crazy times. First house, movement, choices, and decisions. So this is you pondering your options. It's also you doing your homework and research about what to do, where to go next, what moves do you want to make next. It's not time to decide because you haven't done your homework yet. Now, you pulled the Goddess Sekhmet here, which is reminding you to be strong. You are stronger than you think, Aries. There is a lot of power behind that fire and your Mars ruler. The message on this card says you are stronger than you think you are, and your inner strength assures a happy outcome. And so it does. So you will know who you are. That message resonates with you. Your second house. So this rules your possessions and finances. Second house, your money, you're working for your money, and it feels like extra hard work for you. I feel like you guys pulled this card more than not in the second house. I could be wrong, but there's something about this energy in your second house that's sort of lingering. Let's hope it goes away soon in 2021 so that you guys can at least make money in an easier manner, or in a manner that you feel like is easier. Because right now it looks like a lot of hard work for very little, or too little, in my opinion. Now, you do have a good oracle message though. Ostara is here to talk about how you are a powerful manifester. This is the card of fertility, but in your second house, it means you planting the seeds for manifesting money. Now, this could be a small business idea that you have, or maybe you've already been working that small business idea and you're doing other things to grow that small business now. And if that is the case, that is highly advisable here in the month of January, because it will take flight later on this year. But you definitely have to put the work in first, because fertility with Star is all about planting the seeds for your crop so that you can harvest it later during the harvest season, of course. Your third house. Spiritual strength. So this card rules your communication and also rules brother, sister, anyone that you would consider brother, sister. Spiritual strength is a challenging card. Your brother or sister feels challenged at this time, or your communication feels challenged at this time. It feels like, you are having to put forth more effort than you usually would to try to get your point across here. And it's sort of uncertain why. We're not in any Mercury retrograde. You may need to explain yourself 2 and 3 times to a person in this month in order for them to get the actual words that are coming out of your mouth. Also, you may hear from a brother or sister, and they may, want to talk to you about how challenging their life is, and you're just kind of like, join the club, right? Now, why their life is challenging is they're going through a major transformation right now, and there's a lot of folks in that same boat, so they are not alone. This transformation, though, will be beautiful at the end of it. They are turning the corner, your brother or sister, and they're in the cocoon phase now. So it is uncertain how this change will look right now, but you will see evidence of it by the summertime, and maybe you can give them some words of encouragement if you are on speaking terms. Your 4th house, emotional loss. So this rules your home. For those of you it's not talking about your home, it's talking about your father. Emotional loss means that there's a little something missing and you miss it, or you miss a person who used to be in your home who's no longer there, or maybe they're not spending as much time in your home as they did, and you're just kind of like, you know what? I wish it was back to the old way. Now, this or your father could feel this way, right? He could have something missing in his life, or father figure, could be stepfather, father-in-law. Your father could feel like he's missing something in his life right now and he wants it back. Now, what is causing this missing energy or this missing person or people? This is related to a past life. It appears that something in the planetary alignment has triggered something, old emotions from the past that maybe haven't surfaced in a very long time, or maybe you've never felt them, or maybe your father's never felt them, but all of a sudden it brings up some kind of wound for a deep healing. So this is definitely could be a trigger moment for some of you. For others of you, you may also have a dream about a past life in the month of January, and you will know it because it will feel so real to you. The circumstances, the people. It's not a dream where you woke up and you think, wow, that was really far out because of the, it's not like a dream where you're naked on planet Uranus. It feels real. One second. Apparently that cough drop's not going to avoid all coughing fits. Well, that's okay. 5th house. The waiting game. So the 5th house rules your dating life. It also rules your social circle. And sometimes children show up in the 5th house, but the majority of the time, children will show up in the 11th house. We'll get to that in a few minutes. So this is a patient card. I like this card better than the traditional patient card in this deck. This card, I call it the insurance card. It means patience is required at this time. However, after this period of waiting is over, success is assured, which I love. So if you are not in a situation right now that you want to be in, dating-wise or with your friends, have faith because things are going to turn around. You are also in a period of incubation here in this 5th house because Aries shows up and she's talking about blossoming. So this is definitely a turn for the better here. that is a heads up of what's going to happen, but not in January because you have to be patient, remember? This card says you are getting started, so have patience with yourself. It's funny that both cards say patience and the process, and do not give up. I love this message, especially for you though, for those of you that are single Aries. It's fabulous. Sixth house, obstacles and challenges. All right, I don't like this card, especially because it's talking about work and health in your sixth house. Now, it's not, typically it's not both categories. Usually it's one or the other. If you experience challenges at work, then this is your, in the month of January, then this is your message. If it's not challenges at work, you could have challenges with your health, so pay attention to that and make sure you're getting it looked at by a doctor that you trust. Either way, the sixth house energy does not feel easy. This is one of those where life isn't easy for Aries. Work doesn't feel easy for you, for those of you that are working in January. Now, I love this oracle message, Matt, which talks about fairness. This is definitely Libra energy here. Justice. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So a lot of you, this is going to be talking about work, right? Someone is going to come to the rescue here. And, you know, Aries usually aren't the kind of people that are going to be silent when they feel like they have, their rights have been trampled on, right? So this person at work, I mean, they're going to know that you're unhappy with the situation, and someone comes to fix it, which is great. So make sure you're saying affirmations of gratitude for that help that is available to you. Seventh house, choose wisely. This is an interesting message to pull in the seventh house. For those of you single Aries, you could have a myriad of relationship possibilities. Or for those of you partnered, this is kind of a message of a different direction that you could go with this partnership, right? Do you want to fix the problems in the relationship or don't you? You could fix them or attempt to fix them with counseling, things of that nature. But the energy feels scattered here. So you may not be in the best places to make a decision. If you are single and you do have a variety of partners to choose from, I would advise you to wait, because you could definitely pick the wrong one in January. And if you want me to look at that for you, I'm very good at making decisions based on the tarot cards. Now, make sure you have Coventina, which talks about purification. Make sure you are steering clear from substances, excuse me, in January. Why are you steering clear from the substance in January? It's because you need to keep a clear head in the event that you do make this decision. And, you know, you also want to be mindful in the present moment and really take in everything with clarity as to what's going on with the situation. It's very important that you have a clear mind and that you are clear-minded in order to make this the appropriate decision for you. You definitely don't need any more turmoil in your life. And this is a point of turning it around, particularly in relationships, okay? Just a good idea. In February, you'll get a different message, I'm sure. Eighth house. So this rules your sex life. It rules contracts, taxes, legal matters, and the source of your significant other's income for you that have that. I like this card. This is coming out of the darkness into the light. This is definitely turning over a new leaf for the better. You're headed in a better direction here. The message is go outside. Now I know it's smack in the middle of winter, So for those of you that are in colder climates, you may not want to go outside, but even 5 or 10 minutes of fresh air will help you here. I also feel like this is talking about um, purifying your energy body with your breath, deep breathing. Go outside and get some deep breathing. It's my understanding that this winter is more mild than usual, so hopefully that will still be the case in January for those of you in colder climates. Okay, ninth house. So this rules your travel. This also rules your higher knowledge, so any school that you are in or considering signing up for. This is a disappointment. You know, for many of you, there could be additional lockdown restrictions or something like that, and you might not be able to travel where you want to. And, I don't blame you for feeling this way. For others of you where this is talking about school, you may not have gotten into the school or program that you wanted. You may have to wait. Or you may have a disappointment with school if you're in school right now. Now, this is cool because you have the arts here. Let's see if I can pronounce this without butchering it. Sarasvati. Am I close? So there's definitely something creative that you wanted to do with school, in school, or on this trip that may need to be postponed. But, this is not the end of the world here. I just see a postponement. I don't see it ending or anything like that. So, you definitely can pick that back up later. No problem. 10th house rules the career. Stand your ground. Now, 10th house also rules your mother, so your mother could feel like she has to stick up for herself. This could also be you sticking up for yourself in a dispute with your mother. I have seen that before. And it also could be related to your job, right? Because of the fairness card and the obstacle card that we pulled in your 6th house, it could be directly related to that message of the 6th house. You may want to rewind this and go back and listen to the 6th house again. Now, you pulled guiding children here. So some of you may be in a career that's related to teaching or helping children. Some of you may be in volunteer positions that's related to coaching children. I know a lot of Aries who are sports coaches. Or some of you may be considering a career move to doing one of these things to help children. I love that. Okay, 11th house. Now, this is a child. For those of you that don't have children, this is talking about a very close friend of yours. The shadow is the moon card in traditional tarot. It means emotional. Your friend could be over emotional, or you could have a child that's over emotional right now, and especially during the times of the full moon here in January. And we pulled compassion, Kuan Yin. So, you will definitely need to be compassionate with this person, whether it is a child or your best friend, to try to see where they're coming from, and you may need to reach out to a therapist on their behalf if they don't have one, or they may need an extra therapy session. 12th house, what's about to happen in 3 months. So that would be in April. I can't believe I'm saying that already. Where's the time gone? Firm foundations. So this is you feeling better about where you're at in your entire life in April, which I love. And don't forget, in April, you come back online full force because the sun is in Aries and you are feeling good about who you are, where you are, and why you're here. There's also a very cool message about creating a sacred space. And I feel like for most of you, this is going to be a space that's outdoors or have some sort of outdoor element to it. It could be a space that has a bunch of windows. Or you could be creating like a she shed or a man cave, which is super cool. And the Aries would have not only the ability and the means to do it, but they will also have the energy to see the project through until its end, until its completion. Thank you so much for being here with me. We're at the end of this video now, and by now you should see the boxes that give you the 2021 readings for the entire year that I've done for career, which is free on YouTube. The love and the money readings are on Vimeo for a very nominal price. I did that so everyone can afford them. So please check them out. Many blessings to you, my Aries friends, and much prosperity to you in 2021.